Welcome to KinderCare Cooks, where today we'll be exploring the delicious world of herbs and spices. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel so that you never miss one of our kid-friendly recipes. Today we're going to be preparing an herb-inspired recipe from KinderCare's Cooking Academy program. What better way to showcase herbs than with a pizza made with pesto sauce in place of regular tomato sauce? Utilizing a variety of herb blends at KinderCare means that our cooks can customize recipes and create a variety of different flavor profiles from our recipe book. So many of you know that traditional pesto is made with pine nuts, but our centers are nut-free, so today we're going to be demonstrating a nut-free version. The rainbow pizza and pesto recipe that we're making today is something that kiddos of all ages can make. Food is so much more than just filling tummies. When we plan the menu for our centers, we think about the diverse population of our families and how we can add in foods and flavors that are familiar in their kitchens. Herbs and spices are a great way to do this. Getting these nutrient-dense seasonings into children's diets adds amazing flavor while also helping growing bodies function at their best. So we have some herbs and spices here, and so herbs and spices come from leaves, roots, barks, seeds, flowers, and even the fruits of plants. The taste and smell of herbs is so distinct and pronounced. They are the powerhouse of the vegetable world, and they're packed full of phytochemicals or plant chemicals, which provide the antioxidant benefits we need. Let's go to one of our KinderCare families to see which spices Jane, Dan, Avery, and Adam are enjoying. What does it smell like?
It smells like a tree.
It smells like a tree? Smell it.
It's a tree.
Good job.
At home, let your child explore the spices that you have. You can remove the lids and let them take in the aroma, with your help of course, and you can try rubbing some fresh basil leaves, rosemary, or lavender between your hands for some sensory play with your baby or toddler. The oils from these plants are quite vibrant. You'll enjoy watching your baby's expression as they breathe in the aroma for the first time. So let's get started with today's recipe for rainbow pizza with pesto. We've got 2 to 3 cups of spinach here. We've got about 2 cups of fresh basil, 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese that I bought pre-shredded because it's just faster, a couple cloves of garlic. We've got about 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup of olive oil and 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. We have a little bit of salt and pepper just to season it at the end. So with the spinach, we're going to be using a food processor today. If you don't have a food processor and you have a blender, you could use a frozen spinach and that would work just fine. So we're going to add our spinach to the processor. In order for there to be room, you got to kind of smash it down a little bit. Then we're going to add our 2 cups of basil, which smells amazing. And then after we've added our basil, we're going to put in our shredded Parmesan cheese. Just sprinkle that around. Throw in your 2 cloves of garlic, no need to pre-chop. And then we're going to put our lid on. We're just going to pulse for a minute here. We talk a lot about the antioxidant benefits of fruits and vegetables, but did you know that herbs and spices are the powerhouses of the edible plant world? They're loaded with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and one of the best ways to take advantage of the healing and healthful benefits found in plants is just to eat them. So once we've pulsed the greens, we're going to add our olive oil. And if you have one that has the spout on top, you can just pour it right in there. And the lemon juice. And then we're going to give it another quick pulse. It's really up to you, the consistency, but if we're spreading it on pizza today, it should be a spreadable consistency. All right, so when we're done, we can take the lid off and you've got this nice spreadable pesto sauce that's ready to go on our pizza. So now that we have our pesto made, let's start on our pizza crust. Today we're going to be using some tortillas, and we've also got an option for a whole grain English muffin. If you have access to a pizza dough, maybe it's already pre-made or one that you make at home, that works well, flatbread, any of those things can work for making this pizza today. But we're going to start with this tortilla. So we'll put a few of those on our pan. Kids that are really young can help spread the pesto on the tortillas. So we're just gonna put a little on there, spread it around, add some onto an English muffin, and then your kiddos get to have fun adding all the toppings. So today we've got mozzarella cheese, and they can just sprinkle on some cheese. I always think more cheese is better, but it's totally up to you. Just sprinkle that right on there. We've got some chopped up fresh bell peppers in all the colors of the rainbow and a little bit of red onion, but you can really use any toppings you have at home. So clean out the refrigerator and just chop up things that you have on hand and just let your kids have fun creating what they want to put on their own pizzas. So for me, I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow, a little bit of green. They might want to make smiley faces or some designs. It's all good. So there's a couple options. We're gonna finish the rest of the tray and pop it in the oven. So when I'm shopping for herbs and spices, I usually try and avoid the spices in the glass jars because they're just more expensive. They make them that way to make it easy, but if you spend a little bit of time looking around the store, you can generally find other spices that are a lot more economically priced. So herbs and spices can lose their flavor rather quickly. So it's great to buy small amounts of spices, no more than you'd need for 2 to 3 months at a time. And you can keep them in your own glass jars if you buy them in bulk. A lot of the grocery stores will have containers where you can just buy small bits at a time and you can just bring them home, put them in a glass jar, and that way you don't have to worry about having a lot of them and have them go bad. Now that the kitchen smells like an amazing pizzeria, let's go back to our KinderCare cam one more time.
What are you doing, Avery?
I'm making pizza.
You're making pizza? Did you have fun?
Yeah.
We get it, Avery. Sometimes it's hard to wait for your pizza to cook. Okay, smells really good. So what we can do is just take these out, put them on a cutting board. And we'll set that aside. A regular knife works great, but if you have a pizza wheel, those are kind of fun. We can just cut that into triangles or strips. And we're all done. Thanks for joining us today as we talked about exposing children to new flavors and aromas by adding herbs and spices to your cooking. A little goes a long way in not only to provide amazing flavor to the foods that we eat, but also in helping to keep our bodies functioning at their best. And if you're interested in the KinderCare Cooking Academy program that I talked about earlier, visit KinderCare.com to see if it's available at your local center.